Hello everyone, my name is Zsolt Fabian, I'm the CEO of Grammon Systems company. Let me tell you a couple of words about our company. Grammon Systems this year is an 11-year-old company, founded in Europe, Hungary. We are the manufacturer of Trutina plant monitoring system and also Insight Manager workflow monitoring system. But in today's video I would like to talk about the Trutina plant monitoring system, which was created originally for greenhouses using dedicated software and hardware, originally for vegetable production like tomato, pepper, cucumber and other crop types. But in today's video I would like to talk about our new improvement, what you can see here in the video, and this product line is the Trutina Strawberry Professional Edition. In this configuration, thanks to our partners, we have used pots meter through from Bato, this one. Just an extra additional information that this type of pots are fully compatible with gutters manufactured by Formflex. What you can see here in the video, we as Grammon System, we are manufacturing dedicated hardware for greenhouses. Here is our Trutina main unit, which collects data for the whole ecosystem, sends up into the cloud, where the algorithms and softwares manufactured by Grammon Systems are processing the data and giving an already processed data to the growers based on what they can take their daily decisions about how to grow their crop. You can see here a drain checker module, which is part of the ecosystem. This drain checker module has two different trays inside. One of the trays is dedicated to collect the irrigation water amount. As you can see here, the drippers, like in a real environment, are inserted into the funnel, and here down inside the tray the irrigation water is collected and measured with a 5 millimeters accuracy. On the other side of the product, of the drain checker, there is another collection tray which is dedicated to collect the drain water amount, which flows through the substrate, and after that is going to be inserted here into the drain checker module. And of course, using this pump, the drain water is pushed back to the tray, so there will be no fluid water in your greenhouse under the gutters. One more important thing to mention, that besides the volume, what we measure, irrigated water amount, rainwater amount, we also measure the EC level of these two types of waters. And it's very important that using our software and algorithms, we also calculate delta EC of irrigation and rainwater, and that's a very valuable information to the grower to know what's the delta EC between the irrigated and rainwater amount. Okay, what is not visible here, but I can tell you that the pots are also measured. So we use Prescals for measuring the weight of the pots and the weight of the plants. This is important because you will have very accurate information about how your substrate is drying out, for example, and the dry out, how it's correlating with the light conditions. As you can see here, we have a pyranometer device, which is a light sensor manufactured by Grammon Systems, and usually that light sensor is installed in a real greenhouse environment at the top of the plants. That's very crucial and important, because compared to many competitors of Grammon Systems who are placing their pyranometer outside the greenhouse or at the top of the greenhouse, which measures some information about the light, but it's not so accurate because it's very important and critical to measure the real light conditions at the top of the plants, because that data is representative for a grower. Also, it's important to mention that our light sensor, the pyranometer, can give you accurate information about the natural light, but also it can be used in greenhouses where top light, so artificial light, is used. One more important sensor, Terra sensor. This is an additional sensor to the configuration, what you can see here. Using this Terra sensor, which is a soil moisture sensor, in addition to the dry out of the substrate, which is coming from the weight of the pods and coming from the press calcs installed below the pod, this Terra sensor can give you extra information about the soil moisture level of your substrate. And in conclusion, I would like to mention that if you are a grower, if you are a strawberry grower, you may already know that the strawberry plant, it's a very sensitive plant. It's very important to fine-tune your irrigation strategy compared to the real light conditions day by day, and of course to manage your irrigation in small water amounts in a very uniform way. So this plant is very sensitive for the irrigation and also for the light. It's a small plant, and thanks to that the irrigation needs to be also very fine-tuned. And this irrigation strategy can be easily created and put into the practice into your greenhouse using the Trutina technology. Trutina technology, as you can see on the software, besides providing the raw data to the growers, it has already calculated data using the algorithms. So we can give you relevant information about the water uptake speed, nutrient solution amount, water uptake speed, light usage efficiency. In some cases we can also measure the biomass, so the grower will have accurate information that is his daily job accurate with the expected amount of biomass produced. So it answers a simple question whether I, as a grower, am I doing a good job day by day? Am I providing the right irrigation strategy in order to achieve as much biomass as possible? And of course, in the trend line, we can see a decrease of the biomass level. In that case, the grower should know that something needs to be changed on the irrigation strategy, or even on the climate strategy, or any other factors that could influence. Okay, and in conclusion, besides presenting to you the company, the hardware that we produce, and mentioning a couple of things about the software and algorithms that we are using, I would like also to introduce you our service, an extra service that we provide to our partners, growers. The Grammon Systems in 2023 has launched the Trutina Risk Reduction Report service. What does this mean? When a grower is in a critical period in the growing his crop, he should ask for our help to define what should be maybe changed, modified, or a little bit fine-tuned about the irrigation strategy to make their production better. And using this service, we as Grammon Systems, using our artificial intelligence technology plus the knowledge of our internal colleagues who are coming from the agriculture sector, and basically they are growers, they were growing strawberries, they were growing tomatoes and other crop types. We analyze your data from your Trutina system, adding to that the professionalism of our internal colleagues, and in a format of a written report, we provide this help to our partners and to our growers. Once the report is created and sent to the grower, we also offer a possibility that during an online meeting we can discuss further together all the information what is written into the report, and based on that together we can fine-tune and help our partners to create a much better irrigation strategy. Thank you for your watching.